What's good, YouTube? Chris here, and welcome back to another RPG Maker tutorial video. Man, making these intros is kind of a pain in the butt. I'm on like take 14 and I keep stuttering. But anyway, today cutscenes. We're going to be doing basic cutscenes. But before we get into that, I just want to thank you guys for all the support on the last tutorial video. I'm glad it could help out so much of you guys, and I hope this one is just as helpful. So, like I said, basic cutscenes today. If you guys want me to go more deeper into creating cutscenes or anything in general, let me know in the comment section down below. But let's get into this. So, we're in our game project, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the cutscene that I have set up first, and then I'll show you how to make it. So, alright, so before I was so rudely interrupted by the weed whipper guys and lawnmower guys, so I've set up a NPC that will play the cutscene. I'll show you how to make that, and then I'm going to show you how to make a cutscene that will play automatically. So let's just click New Game, and then as you can see, the cutscene master is right there. Pretty self-explanatory. Let's go talk to this cool dude. So, this is a test. As you can see, in my game, the world got a bunch of powers, like magic powers and stuff. So this is a test, an example of what a cutscene could look like. As you can see, there's music playing, sound effects. In order to set this up, you should make sure that your cutscene image is 816 by 624 or around that size. The reason I say that is because, as you can see here, this image doesn't fully fit the screen, which is why I say 816 by 624 or around that size. So here we are inside of the cutscene event, inside of the one that you guys just watched. I'm going to go over this step by step. First, we need to get a picture that is 816 by 624. In order to do that, I'm going to go to canva.com because that's where I always go. You can use the free version of Canva, so don't worry about that. I'll leave the link in the description down below. You're going to want to click custom size right here, go to 816 by 624, and then create a brand new design. You're going to want to upload whatever photo you're using for your cutscene into Canva. I'm going to use the one that you guys saw earlier just to make it easier to follow along. So once you got that, you're going to want to name your photo or name your cutscene photo whatever you want, but make sure it's easy for you to find later, because the more cutscenes you add, the more pictures you add into the folder, it's going to get really crowded and hard to find, and you'll see that in just a second. So what I tend to do is I name it intro cutscene and then number. Well, I do whatever cutscene number, so whatever the theme is, then cutscene, and then the number. That way I can keep track of it. So once you download your photo, you don't need Canva. You can close out of that now, and you want to go back to RPG Maker. You want to open the game folder by going to Game, Open Folder, go to Image, and then go to Pictures. Now, like I said just a second ago, as you add more to this and as you develop your game, it's just going to get more and more crowded in here. And so you're going to want to make sure that your labels on your photos are easy to find and easy to navigate through. So like I said earlier, you got intro cutscene 1 and intro cutscene 2, which are the two photos that you guys saw earlier in the video. And you're just going to want to drag them into this folder. So once they're in the folder, you're good. We can create a brand new event, and then we can go to the second page on the event commands tab, go down to picture, and then show picture. Once you're in the show picture, you're going to see number and image. Keep the number at 1 right now, and then you could go to image and then find your custom image. Our image is called intro cutscene 1, so we're going to click on that. And you're going to want to center this, and then you can go to quick setting. What I tend to do is I do 640 to 360 just to get a precise location of the image. Like I said, it really depends on the size of your image, but make sure it's around that 816 to 624 mark, because as you guys saw in the a little earlier in the video, it wasn't fully covering the screen, which is why I said, play around with it. Maybe make your image size slightly, wider or bigger, whatever, and then put it in here and play around with it. Trial and error is the best way to figure things out. So we have that at least, and everything is positioned correctly. So we can go ahead and click OK. And now we can, let's just add a actor so we can go interact with them and make sure that the picture plays correctly. I'm gonna go ahead and click a new game here, and we're gonna walk on over and talk to the lady. And there we go. The picture now plays over the screen, and it's now covering everything, because if we look at this, I made sure that the quick setting, as you can see, there was a little overlap, or like there's a little gap here. And that's because if I move this to the right, then that one area that wasn't covered won't be covered. It really depends on your image size, which is why I say play around with it. But everything is working here, which is good to know. Let's go back into the game here. But only problem is we can't exit the photo. So we're gonna need to fix that. And the way to do that is you're gonna create a brand new event after. Let's say you want the picture to go away after a specific text. So first let's put in a little bit of text. Let's do 3 dots, and then let's go back to the second page, go to picture, and now we're going to go down to erase picture and erase picture number 1. So now it should erase the picture after we go past the 3-dot dialog, or whatever dialog you end up putting there for yourself. So boom, the 3 dots appear, and now the picture's gone. Just like that, you have a very basic start to a cutscene. So we're gonna go back into here, and as you can see, if you wanna, I guess we could add a sound effect. Let's just say we wanted that one lightning effect after. Actually, we could do it before the text. So let's just throw a random sound effect. Same thing on page 2, but you're gonna want to go to audio and video, and you're gonna want to go down to play SE, and I'll just grab one of my spark noises, I guess. That one works, and we'll use that, and then you can do that again. So we'll go ahead and go back into the game and just kind of give that a test so you guys can see what that looks like. There we go. As you can see, and now plays with the sound effect. And that's basically how you can make a really simple, text cutscene that plays, and the pictures change after a specific dialogue or a specific sound or whatever you want to do. Play around with it, make sure everything is properly centered. It's kind of a trial and error thing. Like, I have a feeling that even if you follow this 100%, there still might be a little bit of issues on like the positioning of the photo, just because it's going to depend on your photo, the size of your photo, or whatever you're doing. But that's basically how to make just a really easy interaction cutscene. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing, but we're just going to do it for, if you want the cutscene to automatically play. So for example, maybe we want to make like an intro, right? So I'll show you what to do. We'll make a brand new map for this just to keep it super simple. So we'll just do tutorial intro, and we'll just create a new map here. Gotta bring this out. Boom, close that. And we're at the tutorial intro map. So this is gonna be what happens as soon as you click new game. So we're gonna set our starting position player right here, and we're gonna go up to the settings at the top and go down to system, and we're gonna go down to options and click start in transparent. Bada bing, bada boom. We're gonna go back to where our cutscene that we just made was, and we're gonna paste that here as well. We're gonna edit it, and then we're gonna make sure that the trigger is set to auto run. So keep it on auto run. So whenever you go to the new game, you click new game, and your spawn point is here, you'll be invisible, but this will still play. So what you're gonna want to do now is, once the picture erases, you're gonna want to not do that. You're gonna want to fade out the screen, and then we're gonna want to transfer the player back to whatever map, really. Whatever map you want, we'll transfer them back to here. We'll put their position to the right. and then we'll fade in the screen. I believe that's what we do, I think. And then what you'll also want to do is change the transparency to off, and now it should look like this. Now let's just take a look at the event right here. We got the picture that plays, we got the sound effect that plays, we have the text that plays, then after the text it erases the picture, it fades us out, it transfers us to the new map, fixes the transparency, and then fades in, and it should theoretically work. Alright, so I forgot to mention one thing here. We need to also make sure that this lady is now invisible on this map, because this is the intro map and she needs to be invisible. So quick update, I got rid of the parallax background, the mountains. I got rid of the mountains so it could just be a plain black background, and I'll show you why I did that in a second. But if we click new game, the cutscene now plays, and after I click spacebar, it should transfer us to the next map. So moment of truth. Oh, there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. And I guess we can talk to her again, and there's that cutscene. And there we go. That's how you make a really basic cutscene. Like I said, you guys just kind of got to play around with it, really depending on your image size. I'll show you another example. If I go to image, and now let's say I change it back to the mountains and then click new game, now the background won't be black, it will be a mountainscape. And so you'd probably have to increase your image size. Like as you can see here, you'd need to make the image way bigger in order to cover the whole screen. But that's why I recommend that maybe we should just leave the thing to black for now. Just, it's way easier to make a really basic cutscene this way. But hey, that's how you make cutscenes. If you guys want me to cover anything else in the future, leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching this again, and yeah, peace out.